For the past 3 days, I had been constantly calling Ethan, but every single time, I heard the same message. The number you are calling is not reachable. Each time I heard that voice, a strange anxiety started growing inside my mind. Ethan wasn't just my friend. He was like a brother to me. We had joined the same construction company together as civil engineers. These days, he was working on a government tunnel project in the Appalachian Mountains of West Virginia. That place, surrounded by dense forests, snow, and mountains, felt like a land where even sunlight hesitated to appear. It had been 2 months since he went there, and not a single day had passed without him calling me. But now, 3 days of complete silence. A few days earlier, he had laughed and said, "Ryan, when I first got this mountain project, I was really upset. I kept thinking, how will I manage in such a small, remote mountain village?" Then he paused and added, "But after coming here, I realized what real peace feels like. This place, I've fallen in love with this life." I laughed. "Man, you sound completely different." "Something's changed." He went quiet. Then he said, "Ryan, there's an old wooden cabin on the edge of the forest. I've seen a girl there. Blue eyes, long golden hair, and there's something in her eyes that won't leave my mind." From that day on, Ethan talked about her every night. Her name was Ruby. "Sometimes it feels, Ryan, like she's watching me everywhere, as if she's always nearby." I joked, living in the mountains turned you into a poet. A little wind blows, and you start seeing girls and trees. But Ethan was serious. One day he told me while passing near the wooden cabin, the girl called out to him, "Hey, excuse me." Ethan stopped. "My name is Ruby. I live alone. I just sit here, waiting." "Waiting for what?" Ethan asked. "For someone who can call me his." Slowly, they started meeting. Ruby told him she had no one in this world. And one day she said, "Ethan, I like you." Ethan smiled. "Someone as beautiful as you loving me? You look like an angel." Ruby lowered her eyes. "But I'm just a lonely girl." Days passed. Then one night, Ethan told me, "Ryan, I'm getting married tomorrow." I was shocked. "What? Alone? Without calling your friend?" "Ruby wants a simple wedding. No crowd." He promised, "After the wedding, I'll video call you. I'll introduce Ruby too." But that call never came. One day passed, then another dot, and then the office informed us, "Ethan is missing." The ground slipped from beneath my feet. The very next day, I left for that village with my 2 friends, Noah and Daniel. By the time we arrived, the sun was setting. Dense fog covered everything. Ethan had told me Ruby's cabin was right at the edge of the forest, so we walked toward the woods. "But there's no cabin here," Noah said. "This place is deserted. How could a girl live here alone?" Daniel added. Suddenly, in the torchlight, we saw someone running. A girl, black clothes, the sound of anklets. "Who are you?" I asked. "My goat got lost in the forest," she said softly. When we mentioned Ruby's name, she laughed. "Ruby? No one named Ruby lives in this forest." Then she said, "People say Ethan got trapped by a forest witch. On dark moon nights, a shape-shifting witch hunts young men here." A chill ran through us. She added, "If you want to save him, come with me." We followed her deeper into the forest. An old house appeared. She went inside. Then we followed. Suddenly, "Help me." The door slammed shut. Inside, the smell of blood. On the floor, footprints turned backward. And in front of us, a terrifying witch. Long hair, glowing blood-red eyes, and a horrifying laugh. "Foolish humans. Tonight is the dark moon." She began growing taller, until her head touched the ceiling. I shouted, This is an illusion. There is only one real witch. I had already seen her backward footprints. Inside the inner room, Ethan lay there, covered in blood. I remembered the words of an old native shaman. Her end can only come during a blood ritual, pierced by a sacred spear. With all my strength, I drove the spear into her body. A piercing scream echoed as she burst into flames. We carried Ethan outside as the house turned to ash. He survived, but a part of him remained lost in that forest. He'd wake at night, whispering her name, Ruby. Weeks later, I went back. Under a charred floorboard in the ruins of the cabin, I found a diary. It belonged to a girl named Ruby, dated 50 years ago. Her last entry read, "An old woman took me in. She is kind, but at night, ... Her eyes glow red in the dark. I'm scared." Beside it was a faded photograph of the girl with blue eyes and long golden hair. The witch hadn't just created an illusion. She had stolen a memory. She had stolen Ruby.